Charlie's gonna help with this one today. Hi guys, and welcome back to Tantric Tuesdays. So every so often we evolve as a human race because we develop new vocabulary. We let go of, get rid of dead vocabulary, or we look at how we define things with our vocabulary because it's a tool for us, a great tool. And we're seeing that right now. There's this huge influx of new vocabulary around sex and sexuality and our identity around sex and sexuality. Love these little millennials. And I think it's one thing that like old people bitch about it, like, oh, they have all these names and labels and you know. But it's a beautiful thing when you step back to think about it, that we are evolving this part of our humanity right now, and there's a huge opportunity for growth. So I'm going to go over one word with you today that I think is probably, in all of that mix, the most fundamental one for us to understand, for us to taste, for us to experience, to have more compassion and mindfulness and open awareness about ourselves as human beings and about our interactions and connections with others. And that word is compersion. So compersion is something you felt and you don't know that you felt it if you have a loved one and you've just looked at them, kind of like Esther Perel says, through a new lens. Like she says, you look at your lover across the room and he's having this conversation and he's just in the moment, like, or you see him, you know, on the stage or doing his thing, and he's just like in this place of like interaction and joy and fullness and in really in his own skin and element and in flow with others. And you just see it and you're like, he's so sexy and that's so cool and good for him, yay. Or your kid meets his first girlfriend and you're like so excited because he's so happy. Or, you know, they get picked for the soccer team, or, you know, your parents, you watch your parents connecting and you're like, they do really love each other. That's so cool. You know, like seeing vicariously. It's a very vicarious joy and seeing of other when other is being fulfilled and connecting to and in their own element and seen by someone else, or interacting with in the world fully, richly as themselves. So it's like in their joy and in their getting fulfilled and in their figuring out their own stuff and in their shining bright like a star, like you just like, it just fills you up, and in them getting what they want, you're like, oh, that's so fucking cool, right? Such a cool thing. We have no words. We had no words for this in our vocabulary until this movement of, you know, alternative sexuality and poly and non-monogamy and all these cool things came into play. And they were like, hey, I'm experiencing this amazing thing. Like vicarious joy in others' pleasure, in someone else's pleasure, getting what they want, getting what they need, seeing them get loved, all of this, you know. What is this feeling? What is this sensation? Because we've like never even known it could be out there. In fact, not only have we never even known it could be out there, society tells us, oh, don't do that. Like that's the root of all sorts of things. Like that's jealousy. That's, you know, you're supposed to be jealous, competitive, jealousy, scarcity economy. All those things have kept us from exploring these sensations, these new emotional sensory fields, this emotional intelligence. Yeah, this intelligence about our emotions. And so new words can help us expand our emotions and our intelligence about our emotions and just help us evolve as a human race. So look it up, compersion, play with it, and see if it is a word that awakens anything within you. Or go look up another fucking word that you're curious about in this realm. Any kind of thing in the realm of sexuality or connection or intimacy. It could be the word yabyum, which is a connection practice with your partner. It could be, what is this LGBTQ plus? What's the plus bit? Or what is this cis? Or what does this mean? Or what, there's so many new, really cool experiences humans are talking about. So be part of the conversation. Join in the conversation. It's fucking fun and liberating and very deconditioning. And will push your buttons about the conditioning you have about sex and sexuality, which I think is always a good thing. That's how we grow. That's how we know we're growing, is we hit those bump up against those edges of, oh, I really do have a thing about this, or I think this about this, or I have a weird conditioned belief I've never even questioned before. What a great playground for growth, for personal growth. So join the conversation. Yeah, be part of the conversation. Welcome. Have a great day.